Hi guys, hope everyone is having a good week so far. I'm tired, I'm makeupless, but welcome to Rants with Rach episode 1. Today's rant topic is anxiety, and I feel like I could talk about this all day, every day. It literally consumes my mind a lot of the time. So quick introduction, I had my first panic attack right after, well not right after, but like 5 or 6 months after I had my daughter. She is now 3, but I was actually at a dance concert thing and I started feeling really hot. I felt like I was wearing this tight choker necklace. Well, it wasn't that tight, but I felt like it was choking, literally choking me. And I was just trying to rip it off and I just felt really hot and not right. And I ended up running to the back and sitting down. And medics came over, helped me out, took my blood pressure, checked all of those basic things, and obviously all of it was all fine. And I later learned that it was, in fact, a panic attack. Then when I got pregnant with Caleb, they started getting worse. I got more frequent panic attacks towards the end of my 2nd trimester into my 3rd trimester. And then when I had him, it was every single day for a little bit. Right after I had him, I was having panic attacks and feeling just not right every single day. So that has obviously calmed down. I don't have it every single day. I mean, to an extent I do, but I'm not having panic attacks every single day. And as time has gone on, my son just turned 2 yesterday, actually, as I'm filming this. But as time has gone on, the years have gone on, I've learned to kind of manage it a little bit better. I mean, it still sucks, but I am managing it better. I know what's happening to me and I just kind of push through and keep on going. But I definitely have plenty to rant about this topic. So rant number 1, I want to talk about when people who don't have anxiety try to tell you to just calm down or stop stressing out. This really bugs me. I'm sure all of you who deal with anxiety on an intensified level can agree with me on this. People who don't have a mental health issue shouldn't talk to other people about how to manage their mental health issues unless you're a trained professional. I feel kind of bad about this one because my dad kind of has done this, but he's learning. And I mean, my husband kind of felt the same way when I first started going through it. He would just tell me, just calm down, you'll be okay. And I'm like, I can't just calm down, you know? It's something that goes way beyond just stressing out, or, you know? I think that's one of the biggest confusions is anxiety is stress. They go hand in hand. And yes, they kind of can. Stress can be the root cause of your anxiety. When you start stressing out, you're more prone to feeling anxious and just getting worked up and panicky. That can happen, yes. But stress is on its own thing. Stress is not anxiety. Anxiety is not stress. They do not go together. Anxiety is a step past that, and which then elevates again to feeling panicky, having anxiety attacks, just feeling you're completely out of control of what's going on with you. You feel doomed, basically. You feel you're gonna die because your heart's about to explode and your thoughts are just racing. It's very, very irrational thinking and it just sucks. But my point is, if you don't have anxiety, try to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Try to be sympathetic towards your friends or family who may be dealing with it on a deeper level. Don't assume certain things about their anxiety. Talk to them, try to understand. Don't tell them they're being crazy if they're deep into their anxious thinking. Don't tell them they're crazy. Don't tell them they need to calm down, because that will just make them feel worse, because it's one of those things that you can't control. When your mind spirals like that, it affects your whole body, literally your entire body. And it's just something that has to be worked through. But telling somebody to calm down is not going to help. Rant number 2, my specific anxiety is a health-related anxiety. I am constantly feeling my health is at risk, that I have a heart problem, any kind of twitch or random weird minor feeling in my body, I will automatically freak out. This doesn't happen every day, by the way. It's just when I'm more prone to my anxiety, when my hormones are up, I will react to every weird thing that goes on inside my body, even when it's minor, because it's always minor. But anyway, there are things that have been taken away from me. Well, my anxiety has taken it away from me, so I kind of have taken it away from me. But I can't enjoy things as much anymore. I can't drink caffeine, because anything that has to do with my heart, making my heart race, I've cut it out of my life because I just always react badly to it. Simply just taking walks. If it's warm or hot outside, I'll feel I'm gonna faint, and then I don't want to do it. So I don't enjoy that anymore. Something as simple as playing with the kids, running around the house with them, going up and down the stairs with them, throwing toys with them. I'm always thinking about my health and like what's going on inside my body, and it is so ridiculous and so incredibly annoying that I literally just want to like shake myself sometimes, like snap out of it. You're going to be fine. But I can't, and I know that this will pass. I know that every day gets better. I do have bad days, but every day does get better. Every year gets better, so I know that this will pass eventually, I hope. But as of right now, I'm still kind of dealing with it. So I wanted to rant about how there are a lot of things that I've enjoyed that have been taken away from me because of my anxiety, and that really sucks. Kind of going along with that, rant number 3 is not being able to feel healthy and in shape because I can't exercise. I want to so bad. Like, I'm always saying, like, I just want to get in shape. Like, I want to get rid of the little belly that I got when I gave birth, you know, like little things. I want abs, maybe. I want to feel like I'm a little bit healthier and like I'm not going to like pass out when I run. Like, you know, just little things like that, just feeling a little bit healthier and in shape. Can't do that. Noelle, stop screaming. Rant number 4, my sleep is affected. And as a mother, you need your sleep. You always need your sleep with the kids. But it's usually the worst at night, my anxiety, usually. So if I'm laying down trying to go to sleep, my mind is instantly racing. I'm thinking about the fact that I don't have anxiety, and that's cool. And then all of a sudden I feel like I'm anxious, and that is so annoying. Like, you can't turn your brain off, and that sucks. So I usually like have to play a game on my phone to calm down, but sometimes I can't, and then I end up staying up like till 3 or 4 a.m. and then have to get up again with the kids at 6 or 7 in the morning. So not being able to sleep sometimes, especially when you're like really tired and really wish that you could sleep, that's not fun. Rant number 5. So there's like a million different symptoms, a million different like anxieties, like things that you'll be anxious about, triggers, all of that stuff. There's like a million different things that go along with it, and a million different symptoms that you feel. Like, it literally affects your entire body. So you can feel like tingly in your hands. Sometimes in my hands and feet I'll feel tingly. Sometimes I'll get numb some places. It drains you. I'll feel nauseous or like gassy. But yeah, there's a million different things, and they're all underneath. Like, nobody really knows what's going on with you. When they look at you, they think you're fine. So your symptoms are just kind of kept hidden, and you kind of feel like you have to keep them hidden because people don't understand. It's one thing to just say that you're nauseous, like people get that, I guess, but like the random little things that happen that like affect your day and how it's going, you always feel like you have to keep them hidden because people just don't understand, or they'll think you're just complaining about nothing. But those kinds of things can like really affect you and your daily life. Rant number 6, your babies and your toddlers just don't give a crap that you have it. You have to keep taking care of them because they need you, and they don't understand or care that you have anxiety. And if you're having like a bad panicky moment, it's really hard to like sit down for a second and just regroup and go back to your like daily chores and activities, because it doesn't stop. Especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, you just have to keep going, and that makes it really hard, and that can kind of like elevate and make the anxiety last longer because you have to keep going, and that sucks. I know I've said that a lot, but like everything about this just sucks. And that kind of goes along with my next rant, which is your anxiety can kind of just get pushed under the rug by others. Even if they don't mean to, it just kind of comes off that way because you're just expected to keep going, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom. But even if you're a working mom, like, you're expected to keep going at work, because anxiety, like, who cares? Like, just shove it under the rug and keep going. Like, you can't stop, and that makes it harder to deal with because it kind of feels like how you're feeling doesn't matter to other people. And I know that that's not the case. A lot of people are not meaning to do this, but it can kind of come off that way, especially if you're anxious. And like for me, my irrational thoughts can kind of stem from people not caring, or nobody cares about me. Like, when it gets bad, like, that's how I feel, and it's not true. I know this, but when you're deep into it, that's how it can kind of come off in your brain. So when you're just expected to keep going and others are just like, well, I have to stay here and keep working, like, can you just do this and keep going? Like, that's how it feels, and it's not fun to keep going when you're feeling like bad. Like, it sucks because you want to just take a break, sit down by yourself and just like play a mindless game or something, but you can't do that. Like, you have to keep going with everything that you have to do at home. My next rant is you can come off as a baby or irrational or just plain crazy by some people, because I mean, I've texted Philip multiple times, like I made him feel like crap unintentionally because I just felt like crap, so I kind of took it out on him, and it was like long pages of text like, you don't do this for me, I feel like this, blah 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 blah, all this stuff. And like he's like, well dang, I didn't know that you were feeling this way, why didn't you just tell me this before? But that's like my anxiety talking, and like my hormones and my emotions are just all coming out onto him. And we can kind of do that, like when you have anxiety, we kind of just push it all off on other people sometimes, because we'll like hold it inside and then all of a sudden will explode. And that's kind of what I do all the time. That's a problem that I'm dealing with. But yeah, it may make people think that you're crazy or irrational or like just a plain baby because you're scared of everything, like, you know? So that alone like makes you want to keep it all hidden until you explode, and then it's like an even bigger problem. So definitely don't hold it all inside. My next rant is that anxiety and like panicky moments come completely out of nowhere. Sometimes you could be having the best day ever, no anxiety, not even on edge of having anxiety, like nothing at all, not even on the radar, and then all of a sudden boom, something happens and you're like instantly done. Like you're drained, instantly tired, you want to curl up into a ball. Like it happens so fast. The second that you start thinking about it, and then your brain is like, oh yeah, you do have anxiety, let me turn that on for you, and then boom, it's over. So that isn't fun. My next rant, I've kind of talked about this already, but I wrote down, it drains you completely and it's hard to even get up sometimes. So this can kind of go hand in hand with depression. I know some people deal with depression and anxiety like on top of each other, and I can kind of understand where that's coming from, because when I have really bad anxiety, I'm completely drained, no energy, no motivation to do anything. I just want to lay in bed. Sometimes I'm even afraid to get up and get out of bed because I feel like I'm gonna fall over or I'm gonna like pass out or like silly things like that. I'll be too scared to even get up because I don't want anything bad to happen to me, and like laying in my bed is the best place for me at that moment, which makes it really hard to like get up and take care of the kids and take care of the house and everything. So yeah, like it is a whole nother level from being tired. I could go, like if I stayed up late on purpose and went to bed without any anxiety and woke up like tired, like that's tired, okay? And people get tired. People don't get anxiety tired. Especially when you like actually have a panic attack, it like takes everything out of you going through that, and you kind of feel like you're getting sick, like how you feel when you're like getting a cold or even the flu sometimes. That's how that tired feels, and it just makes it really hard to get out of bed and do anything. So I can really see how that could be confused, or even if it is like the same thing as depression, but I know that that is a whole separate thing, but they can kind of go hand in hand a lot of the time. So those are my rants. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to let all of you know, if you are struggling with anxiety, you are not alone. I deal with it all the time. It affects me daily because of the things that have been taken from me and how it can happen at any moment. There are more like weeks and that I'm more prone to getting anxiety because of my hormones, but overall it is a daily thing and something that I'm still learning to manage. So if you are dealing with it, you're not alone. I'm here for you. I'm struggling with you. I'm ranting with you, and please let me know if you need anything ever. I am here to talk, to cry to, because I get it. I really do. This video is probably a lot shorter than it could be because, like I said, I could talk about this all day, every day, but I wanted to keep it kind of short, keep the rants kind of short, and leave the comments open for discussion or whatever, anything, any support you need. If you need me to pray for you, please let me know in the comments below. This right here was really out of my comfort zone because I'm not good at just talking to the camera about one specific topic, but I hope I did okay, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and if you're liking Rants with Rach so far. If you haven't already, go check out my introduction to Rants with Rach video, or in the comments below, just let me know another topic that you would want me to talk about next week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! If I could take you up in boom boom boom,